Hello and welcome to the Z-Hut. I'm Jay, and today we're going to look at it's a common problem that it affects mostly indoor drones. And as you can see by the size of it next to my hands, this is a Super Swift. This is an indoor drone. The only way you could use this outside is if there is absolutely no wind, any little tiny breeze, and this thing is uncontrollable outside. But something that commonly happens is after you use it a little while, it just doesn't seem to have the power it did, doesn't have the lift, and doesn't go forward, backward, side to side like it just doesn't seem to have the power. Now, a lot of people think, oh, it's the battery. Well, there is a possibility it could be battery. But the thing with these little drones, when you're using them inside, is they will get stuff between the rotor blades and the little electric motor. And that acts as a resistance, so it's not able to spin as fast as it should and loses power. And that's not to say that, it's not the battery. Batteries do wear out. And it could also be a possibility that one of your motors is wearing out. That's another thing to look for if it's wanting to go to one direction or turn. I mean, if you have two that are plugging up, that is the first thing I would check. Don't just throw it in the garbage or order a new battery. Go ahead and check it. Now, I've already cleaned this one earlier, and I've got another drone over here. But this Super Swift, this is a really common one, so I'm going to show you on this. Then I got another one that was pretty common. I don't know if they still make it, but we'll look at it. First, this one here came with a little blade extractor. If your drone doesn't, I would make one or buy one. It's easy. It's just something that'll fit between the motor and the prop. It allows you to lift on it a little bit. And be careful. You don't want to break the plastic or bend the shaft. Then once you get it off, you could take a little tiny screwdriver or a pick, and this one is still clean. Oh, it looks like I missed one little tiny piece of fuzz when I did this one earlier. Now just remember, don't be taking these on and off every time you fly it. What will happen is it will start to wear out. Now this is only the second time I've ever had these off. And you see how easy they spin when you go like that? If you do that and the thing only makes like half a turn, it's probably what's wrong. It's plugged up with cat hair, dog hair, people hair, fuzz, lint, all kinds of things it could be. After I clean this one or two more times, if the props are still good, I'm going to probably have to replace them. Because what will happen is it will start to loosen up and there's a chance one could come off while it's flying. All right, now that one was already done. Now this one here is another, these were pretty popular when they first came out. This is the Magic UFO. Now I've already taken it apart. And the reason I like this one, I still fly it, keep batteries. My cats love this thing. Now, if you're using your drone and you're, chasing your cat around and it's running, meowing, scared, no, you're not playing with them. You're being mean, torturing. Please don't do that. I have two cats, out of the four. The other two just go up the ladder, up on top of the closet, and just stare and watch. The other two will chase this around the house. It's fun. And the reason I like it is because it has guards on the top and the bottom, because sometimes they'll jump up in the air after it. And they've gotten a hold of it a couple of times. And unlike this one, if they did that, they could get their paw in there and it could hurt them. And that's why I like this one. And like I said, I'm not chasing them around, scaring them. My cats actually chase this. I'm not chasing them. They're chasing this. All right, well, with that, get back to what we were doing. I've already taken the screws out of this. If you have one of these, there's just a bunch of screws down here, and then you got to kind of use your thumbnail in there to pop it out. And I also marked it too. There's a mark here that corresponds with a mark there, so I put it back together the way it came apart. Now this one here, I found that the tool, the tool from the Super Swift worked on the Magic UFO. Now I've cleaned this one out and it's done. So I can put it back on, push it down, just don't hit it or hammer it. And you see, I hit it, it'll spin a little bit. This one, you hit it and it doesn't even want to make a full rotation. Well, get in there. There we go, that actually popped off pretty easy. Oh, look at all that junk in there. Holy cow. I don't know if you can see that or not. That is a lot of junk that's in there. Lots of junk. And this thing was pulling to the side a little bit. It was trying to turn. And it didn't have much lift. And I took the other three, when I took it apart, it had junk in it as well. So now I could put it back on. And, well, that's how you do it. I would do one prop at a time so you don't get them mixed up, because there's two different prop angles, a right and a left. And if you get them wrong, the thing's just going to go crazy on you. Not going to want to fly right. But that is something I would check before ordering a new battery or throwing it away. Real easy to do. If you don't have one of these, can't make one, I mean, a tweezers, you could probably maybe get that in there. Just be careful. You know, you pull too hard, you're going to break something. Now, this one didn't come with extra props. And if something did happen to them, it would probably go in the garbage. And this thing was fairly inexpensive. I think it was like $20 when it was brand new. And this thing's well used. I've actually, if I remember right, I had another one of these I found at a garage sale. I remember I replaced one of the engines in it. Got messed up. See, no, I thought that prop looked like it was crooked there for a second. Okay, it's just how it's sitting. But yeah, this particular drone isn't something you're really going to find parts for. They were very inexpensive. Now the Super Swift, on the other hand, this is like $50-some, and that's just online. In the stores, I have no idea how much these are. This thing's fun. The battery lasts for about 15 minutes, and this thing is very fast. Very fast. Where this is kind of slow, and that's why I think the cats enjoy it so much. So, all right, I've rambled on long enough. I think you get the point. I hope you found this information useful. You did. Please give me a thumbs up. Hey, if you got a larger outdoor drone, I've got a big Syma, however you pronounce it. I never figured it out. I've only taken the props off that once just to check. And those ones you don't have to worry like this. There's a clip thingy that goes on. They're meant to come off and be replaced. I've never found anything wrapped around them. But if you do, and this helped you with a bigger drone, leave a comment. Let me know. Otherwise, give us a thumbs up if you found the information useful. And I hope you have a great day and have fun flying your drones.